Well, hello there, it's Beards and Bangers, and today I'm going to explain why I am selling Halo, my Biomorphic MGZR 160. So I bought this car from a mate of mine, another YouTuber actually, Dave from The Crap Car Hunter. Do go over and check his channel out. It was a time, we not long got the unit. I think I sold a few cars, and I've always liked the 160. I had, if you remember back to my very first video, almost 3 years ago, I did a final drive in my Tempest Grey, or sorry, Eggs Power Grey ZR 160. That car was called Dusty. Very well sorted car with a remapped and worked head, so it was putting out about 170 brake horsepower. Really good car. Regret selling it. But I got this, always fancied a Monogram 3-door 160, and the trouble is I've had so many cars off the road in the last 12 months, I kind of forget about what I've got. So of course, the car we've got here, I did a video on Bram the other week. I've just actually treated the leather seats with some cleaner and some sort of cream that sort of nourishes the leather, and they've come up rather nicely, including all the trimmy bits like that. So I've got two fairly similar cars, ZR 160, Rover 200 BRM, obviously slightly different variants of the engine. With the BRM, you've got the slightly lower powered 143 brake horsepower K series VVC. Would have been in the MGFs as well at the time, and then of course with the later car, you've got the 157 or 158 brake horse version of the engine. Now they're essentially the same car. The dashboards are very similar because you've got a Mark 1 dash in Halo, because it's sort of a late Mark 1. It's not quite, it's almost like a Mark 1.5, because you've got this style dash, so with the slightly stronger vents and a bit more rounded and sculpted centre console. The main difference is the ignition. You've got Pectron with Biomorphic, but that's on Lucas, so you've got different fobs. I'll just grab the key actually to explain. So yeah, Bram's fob is like that, so that's the old Lucas 5AS. I don't know why I'm getting into this, because it's completely irrelevant to the topic, but might as well show you. And then the later cars had the Pectron, so that's got the different immobiliser body control unit. But they're the same size, exactly the same size car, similar power. I mean, that difference 143 and 158 is not massive. That's got a upgraded exhaust now anyway, so it's probably breathing slightly better. That is a car that I tried to sell once and decided not to. So I have come to the decision to sell Biomorphic. Now you may be thinking, well, it's not even finished. Who's going to want a car like that? Well, it is still a Monogram. It is the, what is it? Just have to check under the bonnet. Number 17 of 18 Biomorphic ZR 160s. So they're rare. They're fairly rare. You know, all Monograms are fairly rare. But Biomorphic is a particularly nice colour. I do like it. But I've got this car to do some more work to. So even though it's just gone through MOT, touching the wrong thing. Trying to make sure the screen's. Basically, I'm trying to see what I'm videoing, because the sun's really bright today. It's a lovely warm day actually. But this car grabs me more, and I want to invest more time and money into that car. I've got, where's Poseidon gone? I parked him around the corner. So I've got Poseidon there. That still needs, I've just spent money getting the radio sorted out, because I couldn't figure out the Extron's unit to save my life. But that still needs an MOT, so it might need some work for that. I'm going to have to replace that exhaust back box at some point, because I really cannot stand that. This protruding side box. I mean, it sounds nice and it does the job, but I really want a more standard looking exhaust. Stainless steel still. But obviously, yeah, this car's still got a bit of work needing doing to it. There's the radio all in place now, which is quite nice. But yeah, this is going to need some money spending on it. And you know me, I love my ZTs. I am an MG ZT enthusiast, it's fair to say. So that's a car that I am going to keep long term. So that's the ZT sorted out. The ZS has gone, as I showed you in a video a few days ago. So that leaves me with Bram, and I really want to keep that car and keep improving him. So he's not done yet. There's, you know, get the interior kind of sorted out as best we can, headlining, sunroof, and then have some more welding done probably in the winter when I take the car off the road. So do I want to be spending? I mean, this car's now pretty much mechanically sorted out. So had the MOT done last week at this date of filming. New subframe fitted, new exhaust front pipe because the cat just wasn't doing anything, new lambda sensor, did the cam belt. So this car is just over 80,000 miles, and I did the cam belt, got AJF to do the cam belt on it last July, and they believed it to be the original cam belt. Yeah. So it could have gone bang at any time, and it could have ruined the engine. So that was done just in the time. That's a fairly big job on a BVC. On a standard case series 1.4, 1.6 non-VVC, it's really easy. It's one belt. I probably could have done it up here, but the VVCs, you know, do cost more to done. Obviously had a service done at the same time. I've changed the front seats over because the driver's seat on this was knackered. 2 new rear tyres. So you could actually, I mean, I've just driven this car to the NEC and back, and it actually gave me no problems whatsoever. It was a really enjoyable drive. Yeah, you can enjoy it straight away. The thing that lets it down is the bodywork, but it's, you know, it's doable, and because it's not a flip colour, it's not going to cost the earth to do, like, you know, Poseidon or Anthony's silk shots here at the moment. You know, those colours like Poseidon and Silk Shot that have got a flip in them, you know, I think you're talking like £1,000, 750, £1,000 a litre for the paint, something like that. Whereas this is a solid colour. It's just a very bright green with a sort of metallic fleck in it. So it's a lot easier to put this car right. But do I spend a lot of money on this, or do I spend some money on this knowing that I'm going to keep this car long term? The other thing is, I love driving ZR160s. They are, for me, you know, a car that you want to rag around, you want to kick its head in a little bit. But with a Monogram, same with the ZS, I, you know, really enjoy driving the ZS, but I'd be so nervous. You know, imagine getting this car done up and then having a spirited drive in it. There's no point, for me, there's no point having a car like this unless you're going to drive it in a fairly hooliganish fashion, because that's how they like to be driven. The VVCs need to be revved, they like going round corners, they like being chucked into bends. And with a Monogram, you're always worried that if you spend a lot of money getting this done up, because it's not just paint, it needs a bit of, you know, bit of weld, bit of rust grinding out in these kind of dents, pulling out, filling with weld. And if I went to my preferred body shop, it's going to cost, you know, a lot of money. Whereas if it goes to someone who's got the capability of doing that themselves, or, you know, they've got a paint shop that's a bit cheaper, then, you know, they can do it. I would just be so nervous about taking a car like that out, and I would drive it in a fun way, even if I spend loads of money getting the bodywork done. I know I'm just going to drive it hard, because that's just me. That's me as a person. Whereas this, if you know, the paint on this isn't that's very specialist. Brooklyn's green's a lovely colour. But you know, I don't know why, but for some reason when I get in this car, I do like to kind of chuck it into bends and such like, but I don't feel quite the same need to do it. Maybe that'll change when I actually get him taxed and get him on the road in the next couple of weeks. Just noticed there's a bit of bubbling on that wing there. I'll have to get that dealt with when it goes back into bodywork. There's always something. This car's nearly 30 years old, so there's always something. But I'm invested in this car, I'm invested in Poseidon, I've got the BMW daily, and for reasons that might become apparent, you know, I've got, being a YouTuber, or someone who does YouTube content on cars, you've always got to keep things fresh, so watch this space on there. I've got the Austin Heavy 12, I need to sort that out. That's going to cost money, not cheap. I've got the Mini, I keep forgetting, I've got a Y-Reg Mini Cooper, one of the first R50 Minis. I need to get that car sorted out. A friend's using it at the moment, but they're using it as a paperweight essentially to block a space outside their garage, because people keep parking in front of their council garage. So I need to get that up here, or I need to get it to the welders actually first, have the jacking point rebuilt, get it MOT'd and decide what to do with it. So that's another one I'm umming and ahhing about. Do I keep it, do I not? So when I add up all of those cars, okay, my fleet is drastically lower than it was in terms of numbers, but I really want to invest in the BRM. I want to make this BRM nice. At the NEC, I saw my friend Tony's BRM. I saw another one of the press cars, one of the WOM registered ones, and you know, this car looks pretty rough compared to those. And I want to invest in this car, and I want to make it nice. So I've got plans for Bram. I've got the Kestrel at the back there. Something needs to happen with that. You know, I need to get on with it. I've been really working on Poseidon. I've been helping, so you know, kind of not helping, but kind of urging on, you know, the MOTs on both these. So both of these have had MOTs in the last 2 weeks. I was trying to sort of decide what to do with the ZS. So this will make someone a good car. I think it's on its original head gasket, but it hasn't gone. There's no reason to change the head gasket if it hasn't gone. It drives lovely. The exhaust is, I mean, I'd probably get it repositioned, but it does sound nice. It's a nice sounding exhaust, and it's definitely going better now it's got a decent cat pipe. Yeah, that just needs to come down and out a bit, just so those tips protrude a bit more. But even though it looks a bit crap, it does actually sound really nice, that exhaust. So 2 new rubbers on the back, so new subframe at the front, which has actually got poly bushes on it. Brakes are all fine. You know, mechanically, it's actually all right. It's just the bodywork that lets it down, but it's a car that someone else can be invested in. Plus, you know, I've just got rid of the Monogram ZS. Do I want 2 Monograms on my fleet? The Poseidon, you know, its lacquer's gonna fall off it at some point. Let's be brutally honest. It's a Monogram MG Rover. It will happen. So if assuming this hasn't sold by the time this video comes out, if you know anyone, if you're interested, or if you know anyone who's interested, then, you know, get in touch through the usual channels. It's on Facebook Marketplace, so I'm just getting ready for loads of stupid cash offers, and you know, what's your best price, mate, what's your last price, mate, all that crap you get when you put stuff on Facebook Marketplace. But unfortunately, it's the only free place you can list a car now for sale. And I'm not sure Car and Classic's the right place for a ZR. It's probably a bit, you know, they're a bit too modern for that website, although it's a very good website. So there we are. Biomorphic is going to go. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit, if you want to see what's going to happen next on the channel, then do hit that subscribe button and bell notification if you don't already do so. Give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, share this video with your friends if you think they might be interested in a car like this, and do drop a comment down below. And I'll see you again very soon on the next episode of Beards and Bangers. Goodbye. Well, hello again. It's not quite goodbye, because about 2 hours after I finished making that video, someone actually paid me a deposit, sight unseen. So it would appear the market for Monogram MG Rover products is still very strong. There we are, one of those things. So I did try and offer it to Dave, the original owner, but I didn't hear from him, unfortunately. But yeah, Biomorphic will go Saturday. So today's Thursday, Wednesday the 26th of March. So a couple of days' time, Biomorphic will be off. Watch this space. And now I will say goodbye.